what's going on with the NBA as it relates to ESPN announcing, making some inference to the fact that Darius Burke and Doc Rivers may be replacing Mark Jackson, and who's still there, and of course Jeff Van Gundy got terminated along with several people last at the end of June. And Pam mentioned that this is part of the process of them trying to recover, save $5.5 billion. What's the language with that?
Yeah, $5.5 billion overall.
Overall,
the number they're trying to get to. So expect more cuts, more things to come.
Right.
And then K-Mac had another theory.
K-Mac had a theory that it wasn't about the money; it's about it's trying to change the image. And I want to hear his perspective on this one.
Yeah, I mean, first, $5.5 billion is a huge number. You need to change something fundamentally within your company if you want to trim $5 billion.
And this is Disney, which is the
Disney or just the ESPN property?
Disney.
So Disney overall.
Overall.
Oh,
wait a minute. So Disney, a great point. Disney wants to save $5.5 million overall, or
$5.5
billion, or just with ESPN
overall.
Okay, that's different. Then.
And so this is part of the thing that they're starting with.
So they looking at everybody. They look at everybody.
Yeah, now that's fair.
ABC. They look at everybody.
Yeah.
Because ABC is part of Disney as well.
Yeah.
So.
Now that's fair.
Okay.
Looking at everybody.
The Disney property is a huge. When I say property, I mean all of the entities.
Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse is very, very big. Yeah.
Mickey owns a lot of stuff.
Mickey owns
a lot of stuff.
Mickey owns a lot of stuff now. Mickey owns way more than you ever thought he could.
Exactly.
But Mickey said, look over there at those sports people first.
Yeah, well, they gonna get it too.
Yeah.
But the reason I say, because the salary, the cutting top profile, like individuals, the most prominent, most visible individuals that are seen, is, to me, it's not like you just mentioned a Van Gundy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's $1 million.
Yep.
Annually. Van Gundy is worth more than $1 million to ESPN.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, let's just be honest. They are truly making money on Van Gundy. So that cut is like, I just think that they're using this as an opportunity to give the image that we currently see, what do we currently see today? A facelift. And not saying, whether somebody's outspoken or not. That doesn't even matter. It's just that they don't feel like what these individuals represent is going to take them to the next spot. And they're using this as an opportunity to revamp what we see visually as the image of what is currently ESPN.
Okay, so I guess So my pushback a little bit. So you're saying it's the people. It's not how they do their shows. It's that the people that's doing the shows.
Both. In some instances, it's both. In some, it's the individuals.
Interesting.
And I would say, just reading a little bit more, the fact that in the coming months they're looking to take it to just streaming only, then I wouldn't have to pay as much for the talent, because we're going to be streaming.
Well,
so let's get rid of all of.
I think that's what it is versus the people that's doing it. I think the fact that the people that's doing it, they're high end. Mm-hmm. So if you can just put them on the streaming platform, you can afford to get somebody at a lower price who can do just as good as somebody that's on television all the time. I think it's more so of that than the people that's doing it. I think the price points of what you can get people for when they're doing podcasts versus somebody's on TV every day is different. I'm just saying.
Right.
That's what I think it is.
Mm-hmm. That would be correct.
No, I'm just
absolutely.
You can get them a little bit.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, what we currently see today is still. I mean, they're still going to be on network TV, right? So they're going to take most of it to streaming, correct?
Right.
But it's still going to be on network.
Yeah,
television.
for a while,
right?
For sure. Mm-hmm.
So unless they get completely out of the business of carrying any of these leagues, right? Because the leagues ain't trying to go to streaming. The leagues like, we can go streaming ourselves.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? The goal was to get, because you got to remember, it's still an eyeball game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the real money is in that game, because that's the $1 billion game. The streaming game is, a couple of $100 million here and there. But the real game is TV contracts, et cetera, $7, $8, $9, $10 billion contracts.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the money is.
With ESPN. But let me ask you a question, a rhetorical question. Is YouTube TV network or streaming?
Oh, it's a streaming platform.
So,
but it could be network if they wanted to.
Right. And, but because literally this morning, I was waking up, I said, because I turned my television, I had to do 3 or 4 clips to get to where I wanted. I said, this is no lie. I said to myself, I'm in a time you just turn the TV on and go straight where you want to go to. Now, there's a process you got to go through.
Right.
You got to load the app.
You got to load the app, all that stuff. But I ain't got used to that.
Yeah.
That's part of my life now.
Right.
Before, it was like, this is too much.
Yeah.
So,
I
I think that's where they going to, because people they'll be patient enough to click on 4 or 5 things to get to what they want. So the streaming is a big deal. And to your point, I mean, YouTube TV, you can get it. It's a streaming platform.
That's right.
But it's my TV though.
Right, but they're also carrying network TV.
They're carrying.
See, that's the difference.
Well, okay, but back, I don't know. YouTube TV, ESPN, the same as me turning on Spectrum, watching ESPN.
But it's the content is on network. But you're turning it on, but what you're getting from it is network television.
Okay.
See the difference? You see what I'm saying?
Versus streaming.
Versus just streaming on random.
Right.
The commercials may be different because of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're still streaming the game, right? You still I got it because I have YouTube TV too.
Yeah.
So I get it the other day. Hey, they're going a special for the NFL package.
Yeah.
Right. $2.99 or something like that. Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, they're fighting cable. They're not fighting network TV.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So the difference is they're fighting the cables providers, which that will save in a cost because they always at odds with cable providers.
Right, exactly.
Versus network guys. Because
Yeah.
you got to still have the network TV to give you the content. Now, if YouTube TV was out there creating their own content and streaming it directly from like whatever the league is to YouTube,
Right.
that'd be different.
Well, Amazon, right? Remember Amazon Prime when they came out with their football package?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Now that
Yeah.
is a different type of threat.
That's a different type of.
Hold on, that's a different kind of threat. That's because Amazon is not on
Right.
cable.
Streaming cable, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So this is interesting though, because I really hadn't thought. But literally this morning I was going through that process. I said, you guys, I'm just used to it. It's our culture now. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
But I still honestly believe that the ESPN is still used, which they should, right, as a trimming, cost-cutting exercise, but also a method of trying to let's see if we can revamp what we do a little bit too. Because I think we're going to see in the fall. I think we're going to see somewhat of a different looking and sounding ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will be real noticeable too. Others probably won't notice it. But I think we'll see a little bit different sounding and looking type ESPN.
Interesting. It turns across. You talking about just
across the board.
Across the
From
board.
personalities to
personalities,
everything.
Different takes on things. Different. Like, I'm curious what the focus will be coming out in the fall. Are they gonna go heavy leagues? NFL, etc. Right? Are they gonna go more variety type shows? Where are they headed with this exercise for ESPN? Because Disney's gonna be like, okay, you're gonna show me something.
Exactly. Come here and move y'all.
right. They got to show you. Got to show me something because I'm gonna say if you don't get it right. And don't get me wrong. And Amazon would buy an ESPN and make full use of it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I see that now. See, maybe that's what Disney's looking at too. So you want to buy them, come on, buy them.
Yeah.
Now they can make full use of it because they have properties that Amazon don't have and won't have to go build.
Right, but then it'll be exclusively on streaming then.
Right.
See, that's
slippery slope.
That's a slippery slope right there.
And when you're gonna sell, you get rid of all the top heavy people.
Right.
So you can create more profit.
Profit.
The bottom line.
I forgot to add this too, Reed. You definitely ain't gonna see no wokeism on none of them platforms no more.
Well, and
you ain't definitely gonna see no more of them. I forgot to say that.
And that's probably the case, but if that is the case, it's going to be. I'm not sure. The eyeball is going to be what they would like if that's the case. Well, I mean, on Fox TV they got a lot of eyeballs. You never know. So anyway, interesting discussion. Dr. Reese came back.
Smith. Hey, Charles.